Good morning! Hello, hello, hello. I really didn't want to do my morning practice today, this morning, this lovely late summer day in Sweden. So I decided to let you in and share because that kind of motivates me to sit down and do it. Because my morning practice is what keeps me sane, what makes me proud of myself. So I am gonna let you in just as I am with everything that I have right now. So, okay. I try to think about my posture. I want a pillow under my, like that. Yeah, I'm gonna sit like this. Remember that you can always change your position when you are gonna meditate. Remember that I have done 200 hours of yoga training. That's why I sit comfortable like this. But I could not do that before that. So just check in with your body. Take some deep breaths. Notice what is here. And for me, what is here right now, and what I mean by what is here is I close my eyes and I feel this discomfort because I had coffee in this morning, and it might sound ridiculous, like, oh, now I can't have coffee. But it's not about the coffee, it's about me choosing not to consume something, and then today I did it anyway, and it's about finding compassion for that. So that's what I'm feeling. And this practice is all about compassion and love. That's what I do this. I practice building a relationship to myself, okay? So no judgments, or I want to decrease the judgments. So loving yourself when you've done something that you didn't want to do is the practice. And coffee is a very, very minor thing, but the real work, the real practice is actually in the small things, the soft boundaries. It doesn't matter what makes you disappointed. The practice is, for me today, that I feel a little bit disappointed, right? So I'm gonna transmute that energy. Today I do it by speaking, by releasing, by sharing as well. That helps me understand and remember that I am not alone. This is common humanity. I take some deep breaths and I stroke my body. I am with everything that is. I ground myself by connecting, putting awareness to what's underneath me. And again, this sounds maybe like it's such a too simple practice, but it is in the simplicity where I find the most transformation. It's it is actually funny. Like it's when I overextend or push myself too hard or try to like really push myself, like that is cool, but what I'm doing now, just sitting simply in the morning, stroking my legs, touching the surface beneath me, connecting to what's really going on inside and not what I want to go on inside. Like, of course, I want to wake up super happy and be super proud of all the actions that I'm taking, but that is not always the case, and that is human. And I am choosing today by sitting here to love myself even more because of that. Because it's in the uncomfortable feelings, in the feelings of shame, guilt, disappointment, that's when we need to practice self-love the most. So I take some deep breath with that in through my mouth, in through my nose, in and out through my mouth. And I try to bring life energy in, clean air. And I bring it in through my nose and I hold it and I let it stay, the cleanness, and I release. And I release that tension. I'm gonna sit quietly in meditation for just a moment, and I invite you to do the same. If it feels uncomfortable, continue breathing heavily in through your nose, out through your mouth. Don't try to force yourself to land. Don't try to force yourself to be calm. Allow everything to be and just breathe heavily. Don't expect your practice to be anything. Your practice is here. You're already doing it by sitting here with me. I'm proud of us. I really am. You should be too. Relax your face. Allow your chest to be proud. Shoulders blades a little bit back. Feel steady on the ground. You can wiggle a little bit and see if you're steady. Spine tall. Chin a little bit up. I deserve love. Say it with me. You can say it in your mind or out loud. I deserve love. I deserve love. deep breaths with that. I deserve love. I deserve love in all my feelings, in all my behaviors. I deserve love. I live, I learn, I practice. My practice is about witnessing. My practice is not about changing. My practice is about allowing. My practice is about allowing. If your mind wanders away, that is okay. It's actually great when you notice it. So when you notice it, give yourself a golden star. Say yes, and notice it. Yes. Instead of no, 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 my mind wandered again. Like, that is normal. That is what happens in meditation. That is the practice. So it's great when you notice it. And when you notice it, give yourself a gold star. Say great. And then you take a deep breath. And what I do is that I try to feel the ground underneath me. That is how I shift perspective from the mind to the body. Shift focus. I go from my mind, who is a very fast energy, a beautiful intelligence, but not always to be trusted, hey? The body, on the other hand, I can always rely on to find peace. It's when I am focused on what's happening in my body, that's when I can sit in peace in meditation. And remember, it's a practice. Remember that it takes baby steps consistently. No big steps, just small, small. Easy to chew, good to chew, positive, small, comforting, loving steps like this. I am going to invite breathing exercise. It's called Tantric Breath, and it goes like this. I inhale through my nose, and when I inhale, I follow my breath down, down, down. So when you inhale, the breath is actually going down in your body. In through your nose, down through your throat, down to your lungs, sometimes even down to your belly. And the first thing we're going to do is to simply, or not so simply, but try to Feel where the inhale lands in you today, how deep does it go? It can be that you don't feel anything, and that is great. That is the practice today for you, and that is awesome. It can be that you feel it in your throat only. That is also great. It's only about feeling, not about what that feeling means, because when you go into that, you're judging the process, and we're not doing that right now. We're simply exploring, we're simply on this little inner landscape adventure. So take some breaths and give yourself some curiosity inwards. Where is my breath today? And it can change. Be open for anything. And now when we inhale, we focus on the exhale. So we go into our little point where we navigated ourselves, like, okay, so my breath is in the lungs today. So I breathe into my lungs, and then I pause for just a moment, and then I release. And when I release, I follow the breath up, 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 and through my head. It's like the breath is following the spine up, 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 going through my neck, helping my shoulders to relax, and out through the top, top, top of my head. So the Tantric breath is to follow your breath with your mind. So you follow the breath with your focus, okay? So let's do that in your own pace. You go in and you follow your breath down. You hold for a second, and then you release your breath up, 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 up. I do this practice by only breathing through my nose. Because it's easier for me to stay focused on my task. So I breathe in and I think in my mind down, and I breathe out and I think in my mind up. And as I breathe in, try to see if you can energetically go deeper with your mind. So even if your breath is only in your lungs, you can try to expand your awareness and try to extend your imagination of the breath deeper down into your belly. Slowly, you're breathing into your pelvis. Exhale. Release, release. Inhale down, down, down. And you can even go to your seat. Follow the breath down to maybe beneath the ground, in the ground, and root. It's a string of breath going from the ground, following your spine, up, 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 and release. And you can even release above your head. Like a wave, you're following your own breath. If something feels tense or uncomfortable, allow your breath to be natural and change, still with the awareness of down and up. But the rhythm is for you to decide. If you're uncomfortable in your body, allow yourself to move. You do not need to sit still. My legs are falling asleep, so I'm going to move them a little bit. Ooh. Comfort is key when it comes to this practice. And here we can just release that breathing practice. Breathe normally. Allow yourself to maybe stretch your neck from side to side. A big John for me. Breathe in and out with a sigh. My leg is asleep. I'm gonna lay down to help the blood flow in my body. We come to the end of this morning practice, or whenever you join me. If you're sitting or laying down, put your hands on your eyes, like you're hiding from a child. And when you have secured your vision from the outer world with your hands, slowly, slowly open your eyes inside of your hands. Stay here for a while with your hands on your open eyes. Take in what you see. We are soon gonna end the practice and meet today, but not yet. First, we're gonna say thank you to ourselves and big, big, big love. So I am slowly, slowly pulling my fingers apart, letting so much light in. Give myself a big hug. Ooh. Wiggle a little bit back and forward. I love you. I say that to myself. I say that to you. Excellent work. This is how I did my practice today. Hope I'll see you again. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye bye.